Howdy, Possum Patty here, and little Chi-Chi too. And today we're going to finish this journal. This is the October journal. I'm looking at the calendar, and yes, it is November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to all who have served. Much appreciate your service. But this is my October journal. And when I say a journal is finished, I mean it's completely journaled in. And if you hear some knocking at the door, that's little Stinky Winky Woo. She wants to come in. So I'll have to get up and go let her in. But then this one who's sitting in my lap right now, there's her face, will get upset if I let her in. She likes all my attention. She's not very good at sharing. So yes, I am on the very last page, and it is already decorated, and all I need to do is make a journaling card, and this journal is finished. So let's go over to the table and get that done. Good thing this is the last page, because I don't think the spine is going to hold up much longer. This is just a cardboard box that I got down at Costco. Some Harry Potter toys came in it, and you know, at the warehouse stores they give you boxes that you can carry home your stuff in, and I snagged the Harry Potter one. I think I got a little bit of this left somewhere, but it's corrugated cardboard. I did line it with some batting and some material, try to make it a little more sturdy, but the first signature got finished. And yesterday, I did a lot yesterday, even though I made a short video because I did some things ahead of time. And my pages now have to be very flat because of too much chunkiness going on here. And I did that page, and I did this page about Hagrid, and this is the only Harry Potter page in the whole Harry Potter book. Oh. And I did some nature journaling, and so this is the very last page, and this was a journaling card actually I had on another page, and I decided to change it up. So it's just a Dia de los Muertos page, and I'm going to make a journaling card. I have so many things that I could journal about. And I thought maybe, you know what? I have to go get my phone to print out some pictures. I'll be right back. I found my Dia de los Muertos paper pad from Michaels. And there's not too much in there. That's pretty. Pretty purple there. Only a few sheets. I have all these letters I have no idea what to do with. I'll think it's something. I do like this purple paper and a bunch of borders. So this is the paper pack that I made that page from. And there are some scraps. So I think I'm going to make the card for this pocket here out of paper from that paper pack. I'm going to, whoops, hit my light. Move that over for a moment. I decided that I am going to journal about our sister's day out, and we went to see a play called My Mother's Italian, My Father's Jewish, and I'm in Therapy. It's like a one-man comedy show. He's funny. He's a comedian, and he talks about, you know, his life with, with his mother being Italian and his father being Jewish. And it's just, it was funny for us because we have Italian, we have Jewish. We've got everything in the family, so it's something we can relate to. So this was a special sister's lunch because we went to the play, but that's because it was one of the sisters' birthday. And so I cut this dark paper out here, and I'm going to put that over there. And then I cut this lighter purple, and I'm going to make it fold open because I have 4 pictures that I want to put, plus that. So I figured just front and back wasn't going to be enough. So this card's going to open. And I do have my ticket that I can put here, or here, or somewhere. TT's in my lap, so it's hard to see. Okay, I was thinking about putting this here. I think that goes really nicely. And on the way to lunch, 3 of us stopped at I gotta move her. Oh, come on, get down. Pepe's Pizza. Frank Pepe's is a very famous, and as you can see, Stanley came with us because, man, he's got to go everywhere these days. Frank Pepe's is a very famous pizza parlor since 1925 in New Haven, Worcester Square, and it's like everybody from New York knows it. I think like, what was that late night show, Johnny? He used to have these pizzas flown into New York. So it's just very famous. But now Pepe's has a few chain stores throughout the state. I don't know how many, but a couple. So there was one over by the theater. So instead of going down into New Haven, which was the opposite direction of where we were going, we went to the one in Waterbury where the theater was. So I have a picture of pizza. I have a picture of the 4 sisters in front of the 7 Angels Theater. And of course, there's Stanley holding up the sign. And this is a very old building in Hamilton Park, Waterbury. 7 Angels Theater. As you can see, it's actually decorated with angels. It looks like an altar with candles, but they're electric back there. And we didn't know it. I thought that was just like a little chapel in there, but it's actually, you can go into the upper seats that way, or you've got to walk around to the left and go down to the bottom for the lower seats. We'd never been there before. Oh, TT sat down on my chair right on top of TT because we were out today again, so she's going to be clingy. So I have to put this all together. Now I have to make paper engineering decisions here. I could make this go across, and I could put just pictures of the theater here, and that goes over there. But this is another scrap from that paper pack. I like this because it's pink with the little hearts. I figured that's nice for the sisters. And I can just probably have enough here to, let's see, put a little frame around everything. I'm just going to measure here. Just do a rough measurement. 1, 2, 3. Say 4 would go across to there. And then I could squeeze one in down here or make these a little smaller. So I got plenty of this paper. So what if we make this smaller? Yeah, so it was funny. We went to the matinee, and mostly all senior citizens there. That was funny. It was pretty full. I think this has been, I remember this. I think before the pandemic, this play might have been on Broadway, or in New York at least, or touring, because I remember it. And Oh, there's a fold right there, but I don't think that matters. No, I don't think that's going to be enough that way. Yeah, so the so it's a one-man show, and he's he got some props on the stage, a chair, piano, you know, a few things, and is it just gonna fit over here like that? And he does voices. He was very good at Chihuahua voices. So he did his Jewish father, he did his Italian mother, he did his cousins, you know, his Italian cousins. I know these are too wide, but I wanted to wait until I got the 4 pieces before I narrowed them down a little bit. Okay, it's just going to leave a little bit of a pink border around them. I think that'll be fine. So that's one. So this is the last page in this journal that I started last year. Last year my New Year's resolution was to start as many journals as I wanted to. And this year I really didn't make a resolution when it came to journaling. And I started the year by just keep on making new journals. I made my bee journal and my garden journal, and that was a lot of fun. And then I actually finished those, and I went to an older journal, my little Golden Book Wonders of Nature journal, and I did some more nature journaling and gardening journaling in that one. And then I started the beach journal too for the summer, but by the time I finished all those other journals, look who's back in my lap again. Oh man, can I do this with her here? I don't know. I am going to finish the beach journal with all my journaling from the summertime, hopefully pretty soon. I'll have to work on that. And I thought, well, maybe that would be a fun thing to do in the winter when there's snow out on the ground. Get out the old beach pictures and print them out and do some journaling. And my mermaid journal, that was a fun cover to make. I also made a shabby chic Emma, and I made a steampunk Howard. And then, of course, the other day I started my haunted house for next Halloween. And let's see. Oh, she's getting up closer to the table here. Turning around, looking at my shelf here. I have a little golden book for the winter. Oh, and I have a kitty boho journal too, which I was just putting in family pets, but I'm thinking of smashing that. Yeah, I'm thinking of smashing that. And just journaling in it. Because when I made one journal for gardening and one journal for journaling and one journal for nature journaling, and it just got to be, you know, I just want to journal in a journal and finish it. Start the next one. So Yeah. Okay, here's my 4 pictures already. Now I have to do some gluing. Put this whole thing together. Okay, so this is going to be the back or the front, whichever way you want to look at it. Should we look at it as the front? Guess it doesn't matter. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to make that the back. I'm going to make this the front. I'm going to make that the back. And the ticket on the inside. Alright, so this is the back. We want it that way. If it's the back, it should probably go that way. This I just got off the internet. I did get some papers from the theater, but there wasn't one about the play we were seeing. It was about upcoming plays and shows. I think I got another one in here somewhere. Coming up. Remembering John Denver, Miracle on 34th Street, stand-up comedy night. Miracle on 34th Street, that's this one. That might be fun to see. Getting the paper to glue. I'm assuming it's a play and not and not the movie. Okay, it's gonna go like this. She's not moving off my lap. Oh, so I was saying earlier, I started this video before we went out. And we were out for quite a while because it's Veterans Day. And I already wished everybody happy Veterans Day to all who have served. And happy Veterans Day to all the families of those who have served, because when your spouse is in the service, basically you are too. So there's lots of offers for veterans on Veterans Day. And Mr. Possum decided that he would go to the Olive Garden for his free veterans lunch. And it was very good. The chicken parm, salad, breadsticks. I got the soup. I don't remember the name of it, but it has sausage and potatoes in it. And they have gluten-free pasta. Yay. Oh, she just jumped down. She's sitting on the scrapbook paper that's on the floor. Now when I cut this, it came out a little jaggy around the edges from the cutter. And sometimes that happens. And sometimes I trim it off. And this time I just kind of left it like that. Kind of fuzzy around the edges. And I'll kind of like, I don't know. I just liked it, so I left it. Alright, so that's the back. The back is done. Okay, now the front, this is going to go here. So you open it up. It's going to be 2 different colors. So this has to get glued. I'm telling you, it was crazy out there. You'd think it was Black Friday. The restaurant is in a shopping center. You know, we never go anywhere. We're in the middle of the woods. Yeah, we drive out to Walmart, country Walmart, right? But we went into the big city to go to the Olive Garden, and I mean, pull into the parking lot, and it was just like stop dead. It was gridlock in the parking lot. In the parking lot. So so it was so funny. I told Mr. Possum, I said, well, Trader Joe's was in the little mall there, where the mall shopping center, where the Olive Garden was. So I said, well, I'm going to run in and get some Trader Joe's gluten-free bagels and vegan cream cheese, because it's non-dairy. So we're sitting in the driveway this way, and the stores are here, and Trader Joe's was like right there. So we're sitting there, and we're sitting there, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden he's like, well, why don't you just hop out and go run into the store? I said, oh, okay. He said, I'll call you and let you know where I'm parked. So I'm thinking, yeah, like he's going to get very far, right? So I went in the store. I basically knew where everything was. I haven't been there too often because it's, you know, it's not close, but I've been in there a few times. I went in, I grabbed my bagels, grabbed my cream cheese, saw a box of gluten-free sandwich cookies. So I picked those up too. This is what we got so far, except for it's sticking together. So if I don't watch the camera, it shuts itself off after about, I don't know, 16 minutes or something, which means I've been talking for 16 minutes, 18 minutes. So then I have to just turn it off and put it back on again, and it's fine. I guess it's an automatic timer off. So I'm going to put Stanley right here. It's going to fit beautifully in this little space right here. This little purple space. And they deal it. Now this is very thin crust pizza, and they do cook it pretty crispy. Let me tell you, you can't even eat the edge. But if you don't like it so crispy, you can tell them, you know, take it out a little bit earlier, and I believe they will do that for you. I don't know if I put enough glue on there. Uh-oh, somebody's back. Or I could just put that there. I could just, oh, she's climbing up. Ah, poor thing is getting so old. She's getting so old. Put a little more glue there. So the rain we're getting tonight is Hurricane Nicole remnants. I guess it might rain a little harder later, but it's not raining very hard right now. I need some new glue papers. Here's one. Nice fresh glue paper. I can't believe it's the weekend already. This week went by way too fast. They say as you get older, it feels like there's only 10 months to the year. You know, I like to put things crooked, but on this one, this just kind of works out really nice. Like this, like a grid. Don't always make a grid. Sorry, keep pushing things up because the cat is right in my lap here. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. All right. I already messed this paper up. I can put that way up there and cover it. Then if I do that, I'll have to put something down here. Or I could just put it in the middle. And not worry about all that blobs of glue. Blobs of glue. Keeps your lap nice and warm. I have a cat sit there. I suppose dogs do that too, right? Oh, while we were at the theater, there was a beautiful pink rose bush right in front. My sister has a better phone than I do, so she took a picture of it. Beautiful pink roses. Oh, I was talking about journals. So I have all these journals, yes. So, I'm sorry, I keep changing the subject. So, I have a couple of November things that I want to still journal about. I know my October is running a little bit into November. But, I thought maybe I'd do another signature in my Grateful Journal. And one of the things I want to put in there is November roses. After the frost, and we had several nights of frost and a freeze, did go down to 32. That's straight. Possum straight. It is possum straight. Okay, we're going to put Stanley over here. So now I'm thinking that I've got these spaces. And yeah, okay, I've got spaces here, people. I'll be back. Okay, I let my camera rest for a second there. And I found some more of these colorful strips. Now this I had cut in half, so I put the other half over here. It was a longer strip. And then I added that strip up there. Love the little hearts. I feel like everything is curling up. Maybe it's the weather, because it's raining. I don't know. Everything is damp, curling up, not drying. Don't know. So I had another thin one. This color. Do you see it? Are you looking for it? Oh, I dropped it on the floor. All right, let me bend down. There's a lot of junk under the table. Okay, and I was going to put a thin one right there. And now, look at that. Decked out. How could I have possibly left it the way it was, right? Look. And then I just have to put 7 Angels Theater. That's just going to go over there. Titi's crying about something in the background. I don't know what. Oh, she's sitting by the door. I don't want to start the game of let me in, let me out, because I'm almost done here. I couldn't figure out what she wanted the other night. In, out, in, out. And there was food in her dish. So I gave her a treat. And I only cut this as wide as this ticket thing. Like that. Is that crooked? Probably. It's probably possum straight. Good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough. Alright, that should actually dry a little bit before I folded it. I already folded that one a little bit. One more thing to glue down, and then what was going to be a simple journaling card will be finished. That means this journal is finished unless I come back at any point in time and add anything else that I want to. But I'm going to call it done for now. And get out my November gratitude journal that has one signature done, but travel style, so I can put another signature in. And I want to do a page with those November roses. And I have to do a voting page and maybe a veterans page and gratitude pages. So I don't want to cover up too much of the information. See, if I put it like this, then I've got the date, the place, what we saw. I got pictures of the sisters, so I really don't have to say anything. Sisters Day Out. Sisters Day Out. I might do that. Stand by. Okay, went over, got my journal back. Very last page. This is funny because my mother's Italian. Well, she's half Italian. Her mother was all Italian. My ex-husband's father was Jewish. My father's second wife was Jewish. My sister married a fellow from Israel. She converted to Judaism, and her daughter, my niece Ariel, is Jewish, but she married an Italian. So we're all mixed up with Italians and Jews, and we should probably all be in therapy. So we had a lot of fun at this show, let me tell you. All I wrote was Sisters Day Out because everything else is right here. I guess I could say more, but pictures do tell a story. It says Frank Pepe's there. Picture of who went, where we went, what we saw. And this is kind of wet, but I'm going to stick it in here. Hope it fits after all that. Okay. I wonder if I should, no, I don't want to put it upside down. I could put it this way. Put the thinner part in there. Oh yeah, that goes in much better. Okay, so that is in there. This journal is done. I have to be careful because when I squeeze it too tight, I press this button and those little lights come on. But you know what? I had the band. Oh, here's a band. Not the band I had before, but I'll use it. And now comes the final moment where we put the finished journal over on the shelf. And now the book, the journal, the finished journal goes on the shelf with all the other journals. The journals up there were mostly when I started journaling in 2020, fall through Christmas. And then we come down here to 2021. This is 2022. And then spring and summer, 2022. Fall, 21 into 22. And the last one on this shelf is the little gratitude journal. So now this one is gonna go over on the desk, and I will make a signature for it, and this will be the next one. So thanks for coming along today, and I want to wish everybody happy junk journaling. Bye bye.